Yeah. Late nights, same room. Kastor's Korner. We're live. We're live. Yeah. We're live. Kastor's Korner. Back when the shelf was a thought in my head. Before the price talk, before what was said. Before the grow up, before they all dip. Before the love turned to what you could flip. Same space, new lens, I adjusted the view. Seen the hype come and go, seen what it do, some moved on. Some lost what was real, I stayed right here. Had to see how it feel. Korner live, yeah, we back in the room. Say it in the chat, let me hear it from you. Why you collect, what it mean, what it do? We don't chase hype, we just stay on the truth. Kastor's Korner, yeah, I see you show up. Same love, new lens, yeah, we building it up. Share the joy, never mind what it costs. If it's real, let it stay. If it's not, let it go. Yeah, now it's less about the shelf, more the reason behind what you kept, what you left, what you chose over time. Connecticut to Philly, Long Island we know. Seen the culture shift fast, seen the noise get loud. Everybody got a tape when they chasing the crowd, but I'm right here steady, never moved off track. If it don't feel real, I don't bring that back. Built this slow, now I stand on its own. When you step in the room, yeah, you already home. Korner live, yeah, we back in the room. Say it in the chat, let me hear it from you. Why you collect, what it mean, what it do? We don't chase hype, we just stay on the truth. Kastor's Korner, yeah, I see you show up. Same love, new lens, and we building it up. Share the joy, never mind what it costs. If it's real, let it stay. If it's not, let it go. It ain't what it's worth, it's what it mean to you. Not the price on the box, it's what you've been through. Different paths, same spark when it start. Yeah, we all came in with the same heart. Kastor's Korner, Korner, Korner. Oh, Kastor's Korner. Yeah, we're live, we're live, we're live, we're live. Kastor's Korner. We're live.
Hey everybody, we got another Saturday night show. I want to get right into it. I'm very excited about our guest tonight. It's just been a lot of fun getting to know him over the past few months, being part of streams and commenting and going back and forth about stuff. So without further ado, it's our friend FigFanSamurai.
What's up, y'all? Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. How are you?
Good. I have so many questions. I don't prepare them. Like they're just like all bouncing around.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I don't have like a post-it there sitting there, but like it's one of those things where I'm like, when I heard that you were actually a photographer, there are so many things that kind of come up in my head, because that's kind of like where I started with this whole thing. Was, the website meant that you did a gallery and you took pictures, and it was a major part of doing this before social media. But before we get into all that, before we get into what my questions are,
Flickr,
Flickr and like the image hosting, and like you had to build like you had to put a gallery system into your server to then pull into your website and like manually code in some of the stuff. So thank you for coming on.
Yeah, of course, man. It's my pleasure. My honor.
I'm going to respect our friends over at Figure Fight Club. They did an amazing background with you. So I don't want to cover a lot of the same stuff. I want to kind of keep it fresh.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So you talked a lot about your photography and stuff. What you didn't talk about was a little bit of like your growing up, or like why figures? Like how did this grab you in a way that like it didn't seem to continue? Like this is something a little fresher for you, like something that kind of was like an escape for you recently. Not recently, like time, like years. Yeah.
No, it's a kind of similar to your story, just from watching your stuff in the past there. But like like when I was a kid, like my mom used to buy me like figures like all the time. Like that was like our thing. Like we would I have such vivid like memories of like going to Toys R Us and like the grocery stores, like little, like, at the time, like what were, like the store, like the
Yeah.
thrifties and stuff like that. Yeah. And just the memories of like hunting like Star Wars stuff. And like she was so into it too, so it was like, but it was like that. I mean, it started with Star Wars, it went into GI Joe. I remember seeing the first GI Joe in like a freaking like thrifty type thing, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
like Masters, Transformers. There was a mall like by where I lived, where we lived, and they had this like import toy store. This, like, it was called Toys International. It was like an import toy store. And so like my mom would always get like the Japanese Transformers for me.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So like I remember when Transformers came out, it was so weird like to see the different colors and like how similar they were, and they were kind of like, they weren't as die cast. But yeah, a lot of it came from that. Like I have a vivid memory of like when I was young and Return of the Jedi figures were coming out. My mom, I don't know how she found out, but we went over to Toys R Us. She asked the like employee, like I mean, it's like asking a Target employee is in my blood. But I remember like just sitting there waiting with bated breath. And I remember that box he brought out and opening that box and just going through it and seeing like the new figures and characters that I had no idea about. So like that was really in my blood. And then like as I like in my teens, like sports were more pushed on me and stuff like that. So like, you got to do that stuff. You got to put that stuff away. So, and then like I also like like Seth Bayer, like his channel, he once said that like as like a boy, you have your toys and then you like discover like the opposite sex and then you put your toys away and then you get over the opposite sex and you pull your toys back out, kind of thing. And it's very true, I think. Because like COVID, a bunch of stuff. I mean, it's not as simple, but and then it just got me. Well, I got into music. That's what got me away from toys. You get into that stuff, and it just kind of, there was still like at that time, like it wasn't as cool. Like it's odd because it's what brought me back into it. Like a lot of like the music and the bands I was working with in like the 2010s and stuff, like collected like Pokemon cards. So like, like I'd sit and like play like Magic with them and stuff like that. So a lot of like, and I don't game, but I love to watch people gaming. Like I just not that good at it. Like my hand-eye, I need to like practice that. And I will also just play it nonstop. So like I'm self-employed and I can't have something in my house that will take up like days and weeks of my time. So, but I love it. You know what I mean? I wish I did. Almost did during COVID, but like all that stuff, it brought me back to it. And then when COVID hit, like there was nothing to do. And so like, I don't know, watching the Major Bros. Because I was collecting wrestling toys, like on tours and stuff like that. Like I was just picking up like wrestling stuff. So like, I was kind of aware of stuff, like I like in the 2000s, I'd get the real movie things from Suncoast, I had a girlfriend that collected the Simpsons, but I wasn't really into it then. So then when 2020 hit, it was kind of like, you lose everything you kind of did. It was my way back home, like that saying, like I think The Rock says in the second GI Joe movie of when you're lost, where do you go? Back home.
Yeah.
So like toy collecting was like, you know what, I'm going to get more into like this. So I found Mike's store and it just got really, really into it from that point. And it became like my thing. So like, I've only been like crazy, like seriously collecting for like 6 years, but it was a big part of my life till like 11. Really got away from it. Was always aware of stuff, but like I didn't collect like GI Joes or anything in that period.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Mike's
it's
good. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say it's like I came back at the perfect time. Like I came back right at the start of the McFarlane line. I remember seeing those on the shelf, being like, "What's this?" Like that's actually what got me back into collecting. Is that gold Wonder Woman was like, dude, this looks so good. Like, and it's only $20. And then like like Marvel stuff and it like all that and Star Wars, of course, was like the big hook at first too.
Yeah.
So it was, I don't know, it's just getting in touch with that again and saying like, fuck being cool. Like, fuck it. I'm just going to get back to like my childhood self, So like it's been like a really like collecting has been a very therapeutic thing for me. Like that's why it's very it's very therapeutic for me.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I wish it was for me.
It can't be, brother.
I know it can't.
You just have to make it.
I hear you. Mike's shop is one hey Abby.
What's up, Bobby?
Mike's shop is one that like someday I want to go to. I've known him for so long. Just
it's a magical place.
It feels like I feel like I would be there every week.
Yeah.
Like I
don't have a car like right now because I work like at home, like all at home, and it's just easier. So like I can't get to a shop, but I miss it. It's I would just go on like the weekend because it was only during lockdown. It was only open on Saturday from like 10 to so me and my friend would like go there and be there for hours just looking around. Yeah, it's a really magical place, and like he's got this back room where like it's like the toy out front, you know, it's kind of small, you know, and you're looking around, you see a bunch of cool stuff, right? And you're like, oh my God, like I can't believe you have this. And you're like, oh man, it would be so cool if you had that too. And he's just like, hold on. And then like, he goes to the back and like he just pulls stuff out, and like people have had like glimpses and stuff, and it's big. But like, man, you don't know what it's like, this magical room of toys where like a Mezco that goes for like $500 Mike could just have back there and sell you for like retail. It was it's really a fantastic store.
I've always
I don't understand why Mike, like everyone talks Nerdzoic, Big Bad Toy Store. Mike's Toy Store needs to get in the game hard, and people really need to start buying online from Mike. I do think about starting up a YouTube thing and just to like push Mike as my sponsor instead of like Big Bad or Nerdzoic, you know, the typicals.
Yeah, I push local too, and it's really funny because there's times where like the local shops will get stuff and they're like, you already got it, and I go, yeah. I'm like, because I consider, even though I'm across the country, I consider like Mike's like a local shop for me. Yeah, because I know I can text him at any point and just go, hey, I'm looking for this. Yeah, and he'll either get it, find it, and there are times where like he's been so good, especially since I haven't been doing as much, where he's like, oh, just like you said, just give me retail for it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no, I can't. Like, just tell me what you really are going to charge for it. Like, give me. And there's been times where I've almost bought it just right through the website. And I'm like, no, I'll go through him just because I want to know. I don't want to whatever. But like, no.
You have to. Yeah.
Loved him.
That's the secret way.
So like, you got into like all the rock and roll and the camera stuff, and like you said, like it's been therapy for you. For me, it's one of the reasons I also couldn't get into card games, because my friend saw that Magic was doing Marvel, and we had joked that we were going to treat that new Magic Marvel game as kind of like a fantasy football kind of thing. Where we agree to a pool, you can buy this many packs, you can buy this many starters, and then we would get together a couple times a year and we would play. And I said, we have to set a price limit, because I'm like, I will just go online and buy the expensive cards. Yeah. And then just wreck the game. And so that has turned into, like, you can't see, I cleaned my desk twice this month, and I currently have about, let's see, this much space right now for my mouse on my desk. Yeah. Because I've just got too much stuff. So it has become a little bit of a problem. So the therapy part of it, someday it could be. Right now it can't be. There's just too much. Yeah. So
well, that's a good reason to like control it a little more.
I have said that 2026 is my retirement tour.
You have? Yeah.
So
we know it's not gonna be.
Well, but it is. It is in a way. No.
I know, because like DC is going away. Like I feel the same way, because like there's not going to be as many Transformers for me next year. DC, like Marvel's not as much. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so it's like it's the pullback year of like, I can still enjoy it, but I don't have to like. I already don't go to stores like I used to. Yeah, I pretty much, if I go for at lunch. I'll take a lunch break and go walk around to Target just to get some exercise, because I also work from home. Yeah. And so it's my exercise, less so than the going and looking for things. I don't expect to find anything.
Yeah.
So
No, it's funny. I do the same thing. I go to Target. I go to my Target every day just because it's in like the perfect amount of walking like distance for it to be like I got to do it just to walk it every day. So
yeah,
yeah, I go there and it's like, well, maybe there might be something. So it got me to do it at first when I didn't want to walk, you know?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like I think one of the things that you started talking about and they ran out of time was like the move from like cameras and it's not from film to digital because I don't know if toy photography ever really took off in old film worlds. Well, I say old film world. I was part of that.
Commercially, it sure did.
Yes, but
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
not for us, for like for like reviewers and stuff. But I dug this thing out. Um,
Nice.
I have a Canon,
Nice.
and like I realized that like the megapixels, the quality on this camera isn't as good as my phone,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I feel like the pictures on this come out so much better
It's the
than
lens. Yeah.
it has to be. Like
It's
and
the
that's why,
lens.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, because some of the shots in the intro, especially at the end, the black background ones, those were all done on that Canon.
Yeah.
And there's just something about the way it lines up the shot, the crispness of it, the clarity of it, that just looks so much better than doing it with the phone.
It's just the lens. I don't like they're getting there and it's getting there really quick and exponentially faster every year. But the digital lens, the phone lens still has it's not as the same as that glass, you know,
Yeah,
or even the plastic. It's just not the same, you know. The light still has to travel and it just looks better when it's, you know, like there's a I don't know if people think about this a lot, but I think about like how much lighting has changed, you know, like especially like with the 80s gels and stuff. I mean, like it gave you such a different look. So I don't know. It's just certain elements just have different looks to it. Like tungsten light has a look that LED can never replicate, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
when you're shooting, when you're taking your
yeah.
shots, what are you shooting on? How are you setting up?
I basically, I use either my Sony, it depends on what's easier at the time. Like my Sony, I have been shooting Canon like forever. That was always my brand. So my Canon one, like I can do that thing like super fast. My Sony mirrorless, like the Sony program, is a little bit harder for me to learn. Like, but you have a lot more control. It's it's just much more control over every aspect of that picture. And I have a 50 millimeter lens that goes down to like a 1.8, so I can get that. So depending on what I want to do, and I use my phone too as well sometimes, because like I for certain shots, if it's lit, if it's bright enough, like, and you want to go fast, like, and you just want to do it on your phone, yeah, you use Photoshop and Lightroom on your phone and stuff like that. But that's like if I just want to, because like you have to post so much, it seems like on Instagram now. So yeah, like so it just depends. It's like a different tool for whatever thing I want to make, you know. But those three, I go between those three.
And like, you were talking to Lou about like setting up shots and doing stuff. Like, like you talk about being therapy. Like, what's your routine for it? Like, what inspires you to kind of find the shot?
Honestly, like I listen to it like a song. I'll listen to a
Okay.
song and listen to the song on like repeat, and then I just kind of close my eyes for a minute, you know, and just get an image in my head and just build it while listening to the song, like pose the stuff out, grab some figures, kind of compose it as I'm listening to the song. But like because when I first started shooting pictures, like I shot on film, for a good 5 years before I ever picked up a digital camera of any kind. So in the darkroom, I would always listen to music when I would develop. And that's music has always inspired my pictures,
Mhm.
like always from day one. Like, so yeah, it's listening to a song. Whatever song I pair it with on the Instagram post is what
Yeah.
inspired the picture.
And then like, what is it about like the figure that kind of, because like what do you said you did some DC, you're doing some Marvel, you do some wrestling, like what are you excited about these days? Like what kind of gets you going, oh, this is different?
I'm lame as hell, dude. I like all the stuff that everyone makes fun of. Like, that's kind of why I don't come on stuff a lot, because
No,
like my
talk about
opinion,
it.
like I'm like, it's all cool, dude. Like, I don't get it. Like, I mean, I like Marvel Legends. I like DC, the McFarlane DC. I like Transformers, Street Fighter, the Jada line,
Yeah.
Motu, the cartoon,
Yeah.
and some Masterverse, a little bit of Simpsons line, and like that's pretty much it. Like I like, and I like Marvel. I like buying. I hate to say it, but I like buying Hasbro stuff. Like I like Marvel
Yeah.
like Legends. Like they've really, everyone gives them shit, but like, so like I like McFarlane a lot. The red platinum sticker pro program, like the psyop on that works on me so flippin' well, man. Like I feel so guilty because I know I'm being psyoped, like in
Yeah.
this. But dude, I mean that's why I go to Target every day to look for a McFarlane, like and like I buy characters I would have never bought if it wasn't that damn red thing on it. And like when I don't get like the Miss Martian, I'm like, ugh. And I rarely get upset about missing, like so yeah, I love the DC line, but it hasn't evolved like at all. It's the same as it was. I mean, it changed a teeny tiny bit when it was first. It's not as much sculpting.
Yeah.
He found a basic buck, so it's changed in that way. But like, dude, Marvel Legends pre 2020 are trash, dude. Like, like they're trash. Like Marvel Legends that I bought from Mike's that were super like valuable for like $50 are trash.
Yeah.
It's really evolved. So like, I don't get it. I mean, like, I don't want my toy company to care about me personally. Like, I'm not buying them for Hasbro to give a shit about what I think. So, like, I don't know. That's just kind of like, I always like music is my number one like love, and photography was a way for me to be around. Like I like to like observe the things that like I don't know. And toys I don't have as much as like it's cool. Like I just don't have much as an opinion on it. So I'm just yeah, I don't know. I see these little things and I'm like, I don't get it, man. I mean, it's changed. I mean, Black Series hasn't evolved. That's the one that I'll really give like people. Like it is a bummer. Like, dude, like 2022, you could have opened up a shop like just selling and reselling like Black Series stuff. Dude, I mean, I remember when I spent $100 at Mike's for like Captain Rex
Yeah.
and Darth Nihilus. I mean, it was just like, and like you can't. The one I got at Ross for recently for $4.99, the Cal Kestis, I bought it from Mike for $100, dude.
Yeah.
That was $4.99 at Ross like a couple months ago. Like I'm lucky I sold $100 one for like $80 like 3 years ago, but like still like talk about. That's the only thing that I can really like negatively talk, because it's just a bummer, like I mean there's a couple figures a year, like the Watto was cool, but it's just a couple a year, and when you buy them you're kind of like because it's so expensive. I mean, it's price wise you're just on that point, I think, where the value is, we've all been paying it at stuff, but like some like a McFarlane, like some of these is the $35 for some of those, like I cannot believe I fucking pay that for that figure, dude. I am like, and that's why I have no business complaining about fucking anything. Like I paid $35 for a McFarlane figure that like was like $20. That I got into McFarlane because like I was able to get everything on clearance like even on Amazon you could build a really cool McFarlane collection. Like, and then all of a sudden he did everything right and the value, and it just went the other way. So, it's why I'm kind of glad it's like over with. Like, I'm done being psyoped. Like, but at least the Hasbro stuff at $28, like I do think it's right at a tipping point, but at least it has evolved. At least it's changed. Like everything has QC issues. Wrestling was so much worse, dude.
Yeah,
like,
I remember.
I mean, the AEW when the Jazzwares come out, those felt like I was like, holy shit, dude, these things are so good. Because the WWE figures were like the elites were so kind of in this perspective so trashy, like so I don't know, man. Like it's all changed, so like it's
it's funny because you're like,
it's pretty peak.
I don't buy the good stuff. I'm like, no, you do. I think the thing is, it's like, I mean, you could buy the Mythic Legions or the Savage Crucibles or you know, all the import toys. Like, that's fine. Like, and I do some of them too. Like, I have a handful
Yeah.
bouncing around right now. But like, I was an 80s kid. I want the real thing. Like,
Yeah. Same.
or like
Yeah.
the perfect thing. Like, what I think is,
Yeah.
in my perspective, what's perfect. It's like Daredevil sitting behind me right now, and I got this pretty nice pose on him.
Yeah.
And oh, there he goes.
Nice.
But like, yeah, no, like it just there's something about this that just makes me
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Like,
I'm the same way. Yeah.
there's just like a little light that just like pops up that I go, ah, like this is
Yeah.
just happiness in a little plastic form.
I think it's the connection. I mean, I know that people make fun, like, you know, it's like you gotta like, but it's the nostalgia bait. But it's just, I think it's the connection to the character. Like, I have a connection to Spider-Man. Like, Spider-Man has been in my life in some form, like through all of my life, whether it be in comic books or movies or something. But Spider-Man has always been in my life, and a Mythic Legion like Fish Guy like has never been in my life. He may look dope. It may be great freaking work, sculpt work, paint work. I may look at it as a piece of art and be like, that is dope. But like, I don't want to go, and I don't know. I mean, I did collect those lines, but I'm in California and it's hard to get those lines for any discounted rate here. And I do not like buying all ins. I just not, ever since like COVID and like Mezco, I just will not give you my money ahead of time. Like, that's what practice I've done with. So it's just, you know, like you guys have cons like around you where you can go and you can buy them for like $30 or whatever they are now, you know, and it's like, I can understand that's a little bit more of a pull to collect. So it's just, it did like when I can go to the store and go to local places and get them right then and there. It's just a bigger pull for me to collect those things and things I got to like buy online and wait for. And I really hate shipping costs too. Like, I don't like shipping costs. Yeah.
Yeah.
It adds, no one talk. I mean, it adds, you're paying more for the figure. You know, like you're then paying $35 for a Marvel figure and you're complaining about spending 28. Like, it's too much.
I think there's a tipping point. I really do. I think I don't, and kind of like my tongue in cheek little trolling this week has been a little more about like the idea that like we are all just complaining and putting this out there, and we think that our voices are being heard. And at the end of the day, it's not the designers, it's not the artists that are creating these things. It's the suits, and the suits care about Target buying 3,500 cases or 2,000 cases. They're not caring about us buying one figure. And so there's this disconnect there as far as like consumer and this and that. And I'm like, just buy what you like. And at the end of the day, it's going to shake out the way you want to for you. And I think the perpetual nature of these lines are turning them from fun into obligation.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. Because it's like, how many times, like I bought Daredevil and I forgot which one I got before this. I mean, I got the 3-pack and I'm like, oh, the 3-pack's really good. And then everybody's like, oh, well, this body's better. I'm like, all right, well, I got to upgrade it. And I'm like, this isn't a car. I shouldn't be upgrading these things.
Yeah. I mean, within a couple of years for sure. Like within a 10-year period. Absolutely. I mean, you know, like I said, they were trash before, but I hate when they put them out. So I know.
I don't think they would be trash too if like Legends stopped. Like Marvel Legends as a
I know you have that point about lines like stopping and stuff. Yeah.
And I think there's not a challenge, because what I did was this weekend I went around and I bought a bunch of stuff, like random things. I bought some Total Justice stuff from like the 90s. I bought some of the Sonic figures, the Sonic DC figures. I bought, you know, these, of course, the new Mattel ones. And I'm playing with them all going, like, would we have gotten this if we didn't get this? It would, you know, we had superpowers. How did we go from superpowers to Total Justice? And it's like, oh, even then, it's almost like they were marketing towards an older age range.
Yeah.
Because they weren't like really super articulated. They weren't, you know, trying to do any kind of action things. They were really stylized more towards the comics. And so you see this progression of like who they're actually marketing to. but like I struggle. I don't think I talk about it enough. I struggle a lot with like, where do I fit? Like, I think that's why I took the time off. Like we talked before
Yeah.
going on. It's like one of the reasons I took the time off was like I didn't know where I fit anymore here.
Yeah. No, the toy community, it changed a lot. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. The COVID thing, like it really, like the day they like pre-COVID, like Shartimus Prime was like the guy. And I mean, not that he's not now, but I mean, like it is just, it had the playing field changed. Yeah.
Yeah.
The nature of people, it's funny because I would, like, I think a lot of, I think a lot of this is just giving, this is what happens in a community of people. It just seems to be the natural progression. I've seen this happen in movies. I've seen it happen in music. I've seen it happen in like art scenes, but it's like whenever there's a community of like people that like something, especially with the internet now that everyone has a voice, there comes to this point where the people, the viewers like start becoming the stars and the commentators start becoming the stars. That's kind of a new thing that started happening, I think, in the late 2010s with like social media and stuff. But it happened to a little bit of extent. But I think what it just you always and then so like because it was all about toys, and then everybody's got a YouTube show and wants clicks and wants views, so everybody's got to have something to talk about. So it be, and then so then the viewers become the stars, and then the way those kind of you get noticed is really by clashing with other people, and like by being the heel and by being a dick. Like that's I worked with people that like that was their brand. They were great people, but they're like, all right, I gotta go online and be a dick, and like it's this toy thing kind of it's funny because it's just I've seen this happen before. It's like the like Matrix thing where like this just happens and it ends and it happens and it's like this will all explode because it will all eat itself because everyone will be like no 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 unless everyone chills out. But like that's how these things goes, and then a new toy scene will rise and some new guys will start to come out, like, and the ones like like Dan Who and stuff like that kind of were just the solid steady ones the whole time. They'll always be there. Like everyone hates the Taylor Swift, but like, do you know how hard it is to get like 10 million fucking followers and shit? Like, no one seems to understand how much hard work that is and what sacrifice, and like, you deserve every fucking penny you get for all that shit. So like, I don't know, like it's funny. It's seeing it again. Like, it's like every person who is like kind of a talking piece in the toy world, like in my head, I see as like a local band that I used to book, because it was like everyone, it's a character and it's just new actors playing that same role, So I don't know. It's just kind of, this is kind of what people do, but bringing it back to what you said, like no one did that before. So no one gave a shit. Like we were just, like, it's funny, this hubbub about the basics with the kids' toys, with the DC stuff. Dude, like, I mean, I've said this before in comments, but dude, we all collect. I mean, if you collected wrestling stuff, like everyone bought the basics too. Like the first on the line stuff, like those would go for like $100 fucking dollars. Like those would go for those were sought after first in the line. I still like some of my favorite figures I use, like my Iconics, my Sasha Banks, my just random like wrestlers are basics, and I love them. And they have less articulation than those Mattel ones do, but no one ever said like in the wrestling community, like, oh, those are kids' toys. You know what I mean? Like, everybody, like it was three different, it was two different things. It was the basic, the elites, and and I don't know, no one ever was like, you bought some basics to fill out your roster,
Well, it's
it was
interesting.
different, like different outfits too, so you buy your different,
It was interesting, like sticking with the idea of like the community stuff is like you said that you're like, oh, that's the bad word. You don't want to hear that people are building a community because communities usually implode in some way, shape, or form.
I hate to say it, they do. Yeah. I've never seen one that hasn't.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be a negative Nelly here, but I'm telling you, like, I'm not young and I've done a lot of stuff and been around a lot of people, and you have friendships that will endure. And I'm not saying like you can't have a friendship, but a community when there's a group of people. I've never seen one that lasts more than like 5 years, 10 years,
Yeah. No, I even if you go back through my site because it's been 20 years. So if you look at where I was at the beginning, like, the friendships there are certain friendships that have stayed. There are certain friendships that have stayed the same. in a lot of
Mm.
ways. They're all about the toys, and then there's some that have been like, I'll talk to these guys every day,
Yeah.
and maybe we'll talk about toys 1 out of the 7 days,
Yeah.
and it's like it's evolved as a friendship.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I think there's ego. I think there's a
For
lot of
sure.
egos that go into it. And it took me a really long time to let go of mine in the grand scheme of things. Like if
Yeah.
this was 5 years ago, me being friends with Avi and Lou and Talib and the whole Figure Fight Club crew, I would have been angling at this point to be one of the hosts
Yeah. Yeah.
already, or like taking
No,
over.
I'm this. Yeah. 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 I'm the
And
same way. Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
I have no, like, I am happy to be like, Avi's having me on tomorrow for Sunday Night Slam, and I'll pop in there. And I've talked to Lou about taking the shot in a lot of different ways, and just kind of we've talked about shows and stuff. But like I don't have a thing where I'm like, oh, I want to come in and like take over. Like I want to build it. I see a different way to do it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm happy to just go along with the ride. And
Yeah.
so maybe that's my therapy with it, is like I can interact with these different groups,
Yeah. Yeah.
make friends, talk
Yeah.
to people, and I don't have to chase the room anymore.
Yeah.
'Cause
No,
like,
I mean, yeah, I agree. And it's funny because like why I don't like have a super passionate like opinion about toys is because like with music, I did like how Jersey is with toys.
yeah,
I was that way with like, you knew I would tell a band, fuck you to your face, you suck. Like I was very vocal, and it kind of made my brand. And that, unfortunately sometimes it can go too far and people will not like you if you're too much of a dick, which I learned. So you kind of have to you have to find a balance.
yeah,
But like that is like I mean, I don't agree with like everything Jersey says, but like I really appreciate the passion he has behind that. But like I just don't have that towards toys. I'm just stoked that my Marvel figures are way more colorful than they were 5 years ago. Like, like my Marvel shelf is and my DC stuff, like that is it's so much more more colorful now. And
yeah.
Marvel colors were kind of drab before. Like I'm happy about that, man. I'm like, hell yeah, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
No,
there's
I
just
get it.
people that like, I mean, you kind of have to, people are just super passionate about certain things, and it's so niche. Like you realize how niche it is.
It is, and I think people forget that.
Yeah.
I think people that haven't been to Toy Fair in New York and seen the layout of the Javits Center, like the action figures get in 2 aisles on the bottom floor in the corner.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's all they get. And the
Yeah.
entire other the Javits Center is filled with everything else.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're like, that's where we fit in this
For
world
sure.
of toys.
Yeah, for
And you
sure.
forget that like we're here and like the toys are here.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we were talking about before we started was like, you want to talk a little bit about like the before times of like what it was like to kind of get your voice out there, get your work out there before the internet, or like when it started.
The early internet. Yeah.
Yeah. What was that like for you as far as like working on photography?
It was, I don't know, it was Wild West. Like, I mean, posting like it's insane to me that like I used to get clients by posting on like Craigslist and like Model Mayhem. And I mean, like girls would just come to my house and we'd go to like the woods, like down the street, and take photos. Like that would never happen now. Like, I mean, I always got business because I wasn't like creepy and shit. So like they'd tell their friends and stuff, but like shit would never happen. And like Flickr, it was much more like, see, it's funny when that first started, like Flickr was a really supportive thing. You know what I mean? That like there was no negativity on that, like whatsoever. Like people would post the worst pictures and everyone's like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. Like you're so talented. And like, I don't know, it was, and it just like learning, everything changed so much. Like I'm kind of like exhausted creatively because the last 20 years have been so much change. And now AI is here, and like it's just going to change everything again. Like I'm really jealous of people like people who make diodes and stuff. Like it's a craft. Like I can't, you make it, you with your hands, you make it. Like you can either do that or you can't. It evolves a little with the tools, but it doesn't change like the photography and the video shit that I've done my whole life does. Like, so it's just been nothing but change. And that, I mean, to think back of like trying to like get clients through Flickr, and it's just crazy, man. Like, I don't know. Like,
see,
it's just been wild. It's been so much. Like, I don't even know where to start. Like Facebook, when Facebook first came out, and that was the place. And then Instagram in 2016. Like, I got so much work and got so much like momentum from like Instagram 16 to like 18, like the way it went then, when you could just post stuff and people. It was like a great time, and so there's been so many ups and downs, and like I think I said it before on the other stream, but I really like the live stream format, like in terms of watching live streams, like Rocco was one of the first live streamer I ever watched, and like I love like Rocco. Like I think Rocco is the gold.
He's
he cracks. Yeah, well, he's funny, man. Like I don't know, Rocco's funny.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, he plays the heel. Like his live streams were very much like a good concert. Like his live streams were fantastic. Like they would go on for hours. That's why I like the long live stream is from him. Like some of those things were just epic, and you felt like you were a part of something, and it was enough people but not too many. And like, it was just amazing. And like, that's really when I started watching live streams. I never watched YouTube live streams like before that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like this avenue of like, it's so interesting to see like people, like how everyone, like how like certain people, like how like the Yojo Jerk, it's like set up like a radio show.
Yeah.
It's like Dr. Demento type, like radio show, Howard Stern stuff, like, structure built into this. And it's like, it's weird and from people, and like, I don't mean this as an offense, but like people that are like, it's not their day job. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. It's in now, what you could do. Okay. Like if I in 2018 started doing like what everyone does now, like a live stream where I asked for like super chats, I had some subscribers, I would have been like everyone would have been like, fuck you, I am paying for shit. Like, how dare you you charge me? Whereas now, if you're dumb if you don't, like anyone will ask for that stuff, and it's fine, it's accepted. There's no bad to it. No one's going to be like, fuck you, trying to get money from your fans. Like that has changed in 5 years drastically.
Yeah, I definitely made that video. I definitely made a video about that. I think at the beginning I said the medium has finally caught up, because, and you'll understand this, I think, better than a lot of other people. So I used to either shoot on the Canon, or I had a Canon video camera. So if I was going to do a video, or I was going to do that, everything had to be run through those. It had to be downloaded. They had to be offloaded, sorted, edited, resized, uploaded, put into a gallery. That gallery then had to be put. And so now having,
like, I didn't do what you did, but I'd shoot photos and have to get it to you to do all that stuff. So I'm vague. Yeah.
But you understand the process of like getting it off the phone.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And so it's not like a 10-minute thing. It's like hours, right? You're gonna set up this, you're doing all this stuff. And then you're tired. Like for me, I was like, I would shoot for like 4 hours, 3 hours, and I just like batch through a bunch of stuff. And then throughout the week, I'd work through them all, and I was just exhausted. And I'm like, I don't want to do this. Like it's just too much. And now I can just pick up my phone and I can make a video. Like I was visiting my mom today, and I made the video in the parking lot from the walk from her building to my car. And I'm like, this is, I could just get it out. I could put captions on it. I can cut out all the silences and then post it. And it's 5 minutes. And so it's not like you're sitting ruminating. You're not editing. You're not like second guessing yourself. It's just all coming out. And so for me creatively, it's a lot better to get out. So it's been a nice switch for me. How are you? Okay, we're getting towards the end. but you brought it up and I figured I'd
Well,
step
just because you just said that, I want to say it because I
Yeah.
100% agree. Because, like, for me, because I've spent 20 years of setting up shots, of pulling out equipment, pulling out lights, pulling
Yeah.
out everything,
Right, yeah.
and then like you have to put it back. Like, and I didn't take any pictures from like 2020 to like a few, you know, like, and then I used for like a couple years, and then I just used my cell phone, and it was using that. And that's why I say I'll use my cell phone now, because a lot of times I don't want to have to go through the effort of exporting the file and opening and sitting down. Like, I like to edit on like a desktop. Like, it's my ideal, you know, but like I've learned to edit on my phone because I can just take a photo on my phone and then open Photoshop in my phone, and it's really good now. And between Photoshop and Lightroom, like I can pretty much, and I can crank it out in like a tenth of the time. So and you have, like I kind of mentioned before, you have to put out so much now. Like, I'm also from a time where like you put out artwork and it lasted years. Like now it's like every fucking week, every fucking day, every hour, people just have to churn. I think it's insane.
Yeah.
Like, but like it makes it because if you don't do that, you can't keep up and you're going to exhaust yourself like creatively. Like, so yeah, I 100% agree with you that the phone it has changed the game so much. But go on with what you were going to say.
Well, no, I was going to say, okay, so for me, you might understand this. I mean, I've heard some of the things that you've talked about. You brought up AI in the space of doing all this stuff. And it's a bigger can of worms, and I don't think we have time to go down that rabbit hole, but like just spitball the idea of like, for you having gone through the process and knowing how to edit photos and knowing how to change things, what's it mean for you to see AI come in and kind of change the game for people?
See, this is, I don't want to McFarlane out here. It sucks. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. It fucking sucks. Like it does. But I've been in the game for like 20 years plus 20 years. I've watched a lot of things suck. When I first started doing this, of what I wanted to do when I went to film school and went to photo school as well, learned all this stuff, was like much more of an artistic craft. It was much more of a craft. It's not now.
Yeah.
It is, I don't know, like, you're not saying fuck AI and AI sucks, like it does, right? But like that's not going to stop it. Like, I hate to say it. Like, it was a bummer when like prints, there was a day when I could sell prints like that I'd shoot from a film camera in the dark room. I could sell those for hundreds of dollars. I could make so much, dude. I was rolling in money, like just selling prints. Cost me a couple bucks. I'm selling it for like $100, and with like weddings and stuff, people are buying multiples. Yeah. I mean, it was like, I would work one night a week and make like $5,000 to $10,000 for a month from leaving my house for one night.
Yeah.
Like people don't get that this used to be a craft that people used to be well paid off. So like, it's been so withered down throughout the years and stuff, where it's like, so when the digital print came out, and like, it wasn't worth anything, man. It's not worth anything. There's no value. So bye-bye. That went away. That sucked, like I could go on about a lot of stuff that sucked. You have to deal with it. I know. Cause like, I feel bad for like artists and stuff who's like, the AI is trained off their songs. Like they should be paid for that.
Yeah.
Ever since Napster, it's been a free for all of like the buyer stealing from the maker and the maker stealing from the buyer, till we've gotten to this point where it's just AI is here. But so I think, if like, to bottom line it, if you're new, if you've never taken a pic, if you don't understand a camera, like, you should not use it. You shouldn't use it to like jump steps to like, if you really want to learn it, if you want to learn how to take pic, you should not rely on it at all. You should be shooting on a manual focus every time you shoot, like all that stuff. But like, I can understand, like, when Todd McFarlane said that about the job stuff, he's like, well, dude, I mean, like, I know it sucks. And I read all the comments, and everyone's like, boomer. But like, dude, clients still expect something if he's hiring you. And like, if the other guy's going to give him 10 things and you only give him 3, guess who's not going to get hired next time? You. Yeah.
Right.
So like you have to, dude, like because people, what I said about that, so much content now. Like there was a day when I would shoot an event, and like the client wouldn't even ask me for a photo for like a week. They wouldn't even fucking ask me if I had a picture to share anything for like a week. Now, if you don't give it to them, like send it to them or like that, they're like, what? Huh? Like, yeah. You know, like I'm a guy, like I don't let the client see the picture after I took it. Like I just, because that's half of it. Like you have to edit it, you have to color correct certain things. So it's like I don't want someone to see my half unfinished work, you know, especially someone that's what they're in that picture. Like they're not going to see what you're seeing. They never do. Anytime someone did, they're always like, I don't know. And then they'd see my finished work and be like, oh, I didn't see that. So like the client, like the viewer, you can't like let them choose what they want from you. You have to kind of give it to them. But I digress there for a minute. But but like, you know, because like if in certain jobs I have a client that has an event that not a lot of people go to. They want, I'd make an extra $100 adding people to the photos.
Yeah.
Using AI. I mean, like they want it. They want me to do that. They want it. It looks, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know if that's bad. I mean, like artists are like, it's like when I talked about like, cause see, when I talk about this stuff, it's from a professional standpoint. A lot of people in the community here, like this is my day job and it's been my day job for 20 years. So like, this is like, you know, it puts food on the table, which is different than, you know, when you come home from work and do it. That's a whole different, you know, thing.
Yeah.
You know, so it's, you have a different perspective on that. And like, you know, because a lot of things I did that were valuable aren't valuable now. So I have to make up for that money somewhere.
Yeah.
You know?
No, and all right, so I'll throw something in. And I forgot who said it. It might have been Lou actually that said it. So like when I started doing this and I did my first show, I was like, oh, we don't have any music and we don't have any graphics, right?
Uh-huh.
And when I made my site in 2019, when I had it redesigned, I
already know what you're going to say, dude. My logo, I paid $300 for a fucking logo that I had to use for years because I didn't want to spend another $300 on a logo, and I can come up with 20 in one night. Yeah, no, the production, see, that's the production value that you can do on these channels now. The way that like 3POA and everyone has their stuff dialed in with theme songs and all this stuff, and it's only with and Figure Fight Club. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But like that would have been thousands and thousands, and you would have had to deal with someone that's like, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
So like,
but the other side of it,
but you're also taking away a lot of jobs.
But for me, and the way I'm looking at it is, my channel's not monetized. Mm-hmm. My Instagram's not monetized. I'm not making money off this. This is just me as like a passion project.
Right.
And so I worked on the lyrics for the songs at the beginning and the end. Like I wrote down or typed up all the things I wanted to say. I had an AI help me format them into lyric like bars, like where they would fit. So I use it mechanically. I had it make the songs. I had it make the opening graphic. And my thought was, if I was going to monetize, I know a DJ that would mix the song that I worked on to get the sound I want.
Yeah.
And so I would go to them if I was going to actually monetize this thing. I have friends that are artists that I would go to and say, hey, I'll give you $500 and you need a logo. Yeah. But when I'm not making any money off of this and I'm barely scraping by paying bills, if I need a quick little graphic, I'm going to use it. But I'm not hiding the fact that I used it.
Yeah.
And I don't do it.
I mean, I don't think anyone thinks that like people are writing their own like stuff for their YouTube things now all of a sudden. So, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. Yeah.
I think the other side of the argument, at least for me, is I really like to write. And over the last 6 months, I've written 2 manuscripts and I'm working on 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
I have a learning problem, like a processing problem. Mm-hmm. So I can write all I want. I can write down these ideas all I want. I can write down my ideas. I can type them up. I can come up with all this stuff. The processing part mixes up words, letters. It's not, I've never been diagnosed
for sure.
with dyslexia,
Yeah.
but like I can't.
Yeah.
What the AI tool has helped me do is edit the pieces for me. So I'm not reliant on someone else.
That's
that
sick,
makes me
yeah.
feel bad that
Yeah.
I feel like I'm 47 and I forget to put ed on the end of all my words. Like,
Yeah.
and so there's a confidence boost that comes from it. And
Big time,
so that I'm like, I don't have a problem when the AI comes as a tool to help people that need it and that have worked through things. I don't think it should replace artists. And I think you're right. I think artists should be compromised, or not compromised, compensated for the work that's being taken for it. I don't disagree with that.
You know, it's weird though, but like, cause like, I don't think that there's money to compensate the artist though. If you like, this is like for someone that worked in like music and like the big end and the small end, like I honestly don't know where, like, I swear to God, it's like CIA funded or some shit. Cause I honestly do not know where like the money comes in. Cause on the big end, there's so much. On the like normal people end, there's like, there's nothing. There's literally nothing.
Yeah.
It just doesn't generate even something that is vaguely, you know, like you said, make 500. You'll never make $500 from a toy. It's too niche. So it's like, that's kind of what I'm talking is like, this stuff is so niche. I don't, there's like, when I did bands, like when I did like big bands, I got paid a lot. And so I tried to use my time to work with smaller bands, but there was like, no money there and it sucked all my money. Cause like, but people aren't, there's just no, so it's like, it's this, you say pay the artist, but like, I don't know who's going to do it because no one seems to, I mean, like I did so many things that like for like worked for free. Like when it came to like music and shit that like, I kind of had to like work on it. Cause like I had so much anger from it, you know, because it felt like I hated myself for saying yes to it and to not, you know, being worth more and stuff. But it's like, if you don't do it, someone else will. It's a good opportunity on something, you know what I mean? So like, someone, you know, like something could, you may not get money from it, but you could get something from it. Like everybody's selling like clout and hype now, you know, like that's the currency of the artist now is, oh, if, you know, like, if, you know, I mean, I'm just going to use this as an example, but if you're a band, you shoot my show, then my fans will see your stuff and they'll like you and follow you. Like, and people that start off are like, oh, but they don't, like 1% does, like the actual numbers of that is like freaking nothing. And the people that actually care, and toys are the same thing, but like a little bit less, you know, like, so it's, and the problem is people are just going to do what's right for themselves. People like artists, we all love to sit here and be like, this is the right way to do it. But so I used to fight with a lot of other photographers in my industry because everybody would just, they'd buy a Canon, a Rebel at Costco. They'd come in and they charge $75 for something that you were charging $3. Yeah. And, you know, they shot 4. There's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with buying a camera and starting, but then to shoot 3 sessions and be like, I'm a professional, I'm charging, you know, like $100, which is like still like a third of what you're charging. And like it, and people, it's that like, oh, community, let's support the new person. Like, oh, and it's like, dude, so many people sucked at taking pictures and everybody's like, oh my God, it's so good. You're the best photographer. And it's like, dude, you these pictures, they're not even fucking processed. You can't even color balance. Like, but you can't say that because you're the dick. You know what I mean? If you're like, yo, you need to really do all this other stuff, you know, like, I have like in my pictures and stuff, my toy stuff, like that is like 20 years of like event and product picture taking of like, I mean, I use real stuff. I use Photoshop, you know, like I do use AI to fill in things because it saves time. Something that would have felt me, you know, to blend in the backgrounds and shit. But like, dude, you know, you have to spend time to kind of like a picture, like if like it's cool, but we're in a world where you have to then kind of work some magic to it to have a distinct thing to it. And like, that's what people pay for. That's what you spend your career doing. And someone's just like, nah, I bought a preset, $100 a session. You know, it's like,
Well,
it's the ego. It's like, bro, like fucking chill. Like you're a fucking amateur still. Like it's cool. You don't have to like start charging. Like everybody's no one wants to learn the hard way. No one wants to take the time on like the journey of something. They want to pick it up and they want to be it. You know what I mean? Like our culture with the internet has sped it up so much, but it's with art. Like everyone, they pick up a camera and they just want to be it. And it's like, dude, you have to like, it takes time.
Yeah. I wish I had the ability to take the time. I wish I had the patience and the ability to kind of just sit there and learn it and really learn how to, like, I can set up a shot. I can see it. I can have it in my head and I can try to take it. When it goes to the editing process, it falls apart for me. Like I'm too clumsy when it comes to like making the changes and knowing what all the settings mean and all that stuff. But to your point of like, you know, picking up a cheaper camera and hopping in and being like, I'm an expert now. It's how I started. Of like, I was watching all these other websites. I was watching.
Dude, you started like 20 years ago, though. That's like a different game, man.
No,
like that, even still, that was still hard. Like you still couldn't quite do it as like much as you can, like in 2017, 16 plus. Like,
but here's the thing: I got more than I do now, which is the funny, which I think is like the switch for it. You'd think I'd have more access and more ability to do stuff now based on like, what it is. But in reality, like 2007 to 2012 was like the height for me because it was like, I just decided I'm going to make a website.
Yeah.
I'm just going to build it. And I'm just going to start sending out emails from not the website email and just sending out, going like, hey, I'm going to cover this event. I'm going to go for a press pass. I'm going to make a business card and I'm just going to walk into Toy Fair and San Diego and New York Comic Con. And all of a sudden, USA Networks has me in the press room, you know, taking photos of like, I am next to like the big firms that are doing photos for these events.
Oh, yeah.
And like, pushing and like in there with my little Canon with no flash, not knowing what the hell I'm doing. And sitting down with these actors, I had no business being in those rooms. I had absolutely no business being in there.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I know what you said. That's why it's like what I'm saying is kind of like, that's why I tried to preface it of like, you know, it's from the perspective of like someone that this has been their job, you know what I mean? Because like, I mean, I agree. I mean, that for music, that's what happened. I mean, like there was this glory age where you could just like DM people or email people and like fucking get shit, dude. Like it was like, I mean, I don't know how, like, I honestly don't know how you do a resume and fill it out and get a job. Cause like you just DM the person and ask them for it. You know what I mean? Like what else do you do? Like, but like, it doesn't happen now. Like it doesn't work, but like, I mean, okay. Like what you're talking about, so you're not you weren't a you were like a media source, man. Yeah. Like, I mean, like what do you, I mean, like you're good at talking with people. I mean, like
I was horrible.
Like,
I'm good. Like, well, it took me 20 years. Like when I walked into those rooms in 2006, I remember walking my first one, USA invited me to see the cast of Burn Notice. And I'm sitting there with Bruce Campbell. And at a certain point, I didn't know what to say. And he just looked at the table and said to us, that's the best question you guys got. I don't have time for you. He got up and he just walked out of the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and so like,
well, I mean, I could break that down. Like none of us, I don't know. I mean, like you don't grow by, that's how you grow. So this is kind of, it's like a tough topic because it's like, I mean, like for me, like the reason why I did event stuff, you know, I found my way in with this client that did high-end events. She did a private event for this billionaire guy who hired Paul McCartney to play. His photo guy was sick or couldn't do like work with him for a while. I had the same name as him. They're like, Paul seems to like you. Can you work for us? I mean, that, you know what I mean? Like I had no business being there, but like, see, I mean, you have to go out. You mean, like, you're never ready for something, you know what I mean? It's not like, so, and that's why with like art and stuff, but like, I'm more trying, like what I was trying to specifically comment of like, certain things are like man, I don't want to because I don't want to like
I
burn
think this is
anyone of like
no.
I just think it's like when I did like photography for me has always been a craft. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like this from me, like I started shooting on film, which was this thing that I exposed to light and pulled out and put in these chemicals, and this thing appeared, and I'd put under this enlarger thing and I could change it again, and it was this craft that I wanted to do it for a living because it's something that you got like at that time, like you were respected the older you got. And the older and why I wanted to go into film and directing and stuff too is like older directors were like, it was like, that's the one, that's because you have the knowledge, you have the experience and all that stuff. And then like that, as from then till now, all of that changed. It weathered down to where we're the opposite now. And I think the only comment I'm trying to make is like we kind of talked about ego before I said that word. It's like, I like, and I'm not talking about toy photography like here at all about this. This is like literally specifically like music and event and and like on the podcast last night, the J5 said like the music industry is like, I mean, you really do learn to like destroy your enemy's bloodlines. So a lot of this is coming, like I'm specifically talking about like music photographers. But like you would have a freaking hot chick, an 18-year-old chick who bought a camera, and she could take a passable image, and who the fuck do you think the band's gonna hire, dude? Yeah. You know what I mean? So like and then she walks around and people look up to her as like, oh my God, you know what you're doing. Like, and it's like, no, that person doesn't know and maybe that's it. Cause like people don't act like they're not willing to admit they don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like it's one of the things of being an adult I've really noticed is like, I think being an adult is just never admitting you don't know what you're doing, because like I used to have a lot of idols and people I look up to in a creative field. And when I finally met them, I realized none of them knew what they were doing. Like, so I thought they had answers or this or that. And it's like, they never knew what they were doing. Yeah. So,
but okay. So I'll pull it back for you a little bit.
Yeah.
And I identify with that. Because I took a break, right? I took like 3 years off almost, where I didn't really post anything. I would do stuff here or there. I would comment on posts. I would, I still was collecting toys. But like, as far as like being a personality, I took the 3 years off, and I came back and I watched these YouTube shows.
Yeah.
And I wanted to just throw something at the screen.
Yeah.
Like I literally was, because
I watched you do all this too. Like I watched you do all this. Yeah, it was neat. So I know what you're talking about when you're going to talk about this.
And I was just like, and I don't know if I've talked about this much, and I'm going to try not to name names, but like there was a point where like I got to know some of the people on certain shows and doing things, and I would just be texting during these live streams, going, "They got this wrong. Mention this. Here's a picture. Mention this. This is coming out, mention this," or, pick up the phone right now and say, like, you have somebody like an insider telling you, like, this is a thing that's coming out. Here's inside info, add it to the show. And it was just like, yeah, it's not what we do. And I'm like, but like, you're getting stuff wrong. Like you're talking about it wrong. You're forgetting the history of it. Like you're missing details. You're going off on a rant in one direction. And what you don't realize is it's not correct. Like the premise that you're arguing is actually false. And I'm like, it just drove me nuts. It put me into a fever of like, this isn't the professionalism that was expected of me when I started, of like got thrown into this deep end of like interviewing people and talking and doing all this stuff. And so I got really pissed. And so I did it for a little bit, and then I was doing something else. And I got smacked a little bit and told like, I'm not good for this. I shouldn't say these things. I should keep my mouth shut. And this week, just a little screw got turned, and I'm like, no, fuck this. I'm going for it. Like
I don't know why anyone would tell you not to say something. I mean, like that's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
I have been told that my point of view and others, especially Figure Fight Club, because like I'm seeing a lot of the same things that are coming out of my mouth come out of Obbies and Lou's and Gibbs and you and everybody. They've all been saying the same thing.
Yeah.
And I was told when I started doing these videos a couple months ago that my point of view is dangerous to the toy community and shouldn't be publicly shared. Like just like that, point blank.
That's wild to me. That's wild. Yeah, people are wild, man. I don't know. Yeah, people are...
And that was just like, and it really hit me like, what's wrong? And I'm like, yeah, no, fuck you. Like
it's an opinion about toys. Like, what can you first off hurt? What the hell? Like, what the hell? Yeah,
well, but like, it doesn't fit the narrative, right? It doesn't fit the narrative that's being told on some of the other shows. And so it kind of ramps up this idea of like, because we've like you talked about Rocco. I've heard in person he's a genuinely nice person. Like he's not like, you know, he's not the heel in real, you know, if you met him in real life, right?
Yeah.
But like some of the guys, like their egos just took over, and when you meet them in real life, they are not that person.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's because of social media. I really think that's what like. I mean, I saw that rise, and like again, like I had in music, like in the smaller stuff, I was able to establish a brand by kind of being a heel. You know what I mean? Like I had a friend that I produced shows with and booked shows with, and like he really was that. He was that guy that was always, you know, and I was new to it. You know, I'm older, you know, so it's like I'm like at first it was kind of weird, but once I saw what it was doing, like I just really leaned into it. So that's why with like Rocco, I really got it. And I was like, oh, it's weird he's doing it in the toy thing. And it's weird that it's working. Cause like this is one thing, like the music stuff I'm talking about with the local stuff, those are like people under fucking 25 years old. These are adults, which is wild to me. Yeah. So like people under 25, okay, fine, whatever. You want to be all high school.
40 and 50-year-olds.
Yeah, no, it's wild. It's wild to me.
No, and I will say there are bloodline feuds that may never end in the toy community.
No, like, which is wild because I don't get it for what? Like what's the bag? So you know, because at least in music there was a little bit of money or some power. Like what's the fucking bag here? Like at the end of the YouTube like manosphere.
I'll be honest with you, I think I've alluded to this. There was a period of time where I was getting stuff from Mattel at the beginning when I had started around 2009, 2010. They were sending me stuff. I was doing interviews with them. I had started the whole Ask Maddie, you know, interview question thing that all the sites jumped onto. So I did all that. And somebody was feeding me inside info. And so something got leaked.
Mm-hmm.
The guy at Foosh didn't like me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Then I had a package that was coming to my house with a wave of toys. And halfway there, it got turned around and sent back to El Segundo. And so I called UPS and said, what happened? They said, oh, the sender recalled the package. And so I emailed Scott at Mattel at the time and said, hey, like, I was like, you sent me an email. You said a package is coming, be expecting it. I was all ready for the photos and do the reviews. I kind of knew it was in the box. I go, what happened? Like, why did it didn't come? Was it getting resent? Like, was there something wrong with it in shipping? And the response was just like 2 lines. We don't always get the things in life that we want, Scott. And I was like, and you know, since then, Mattel PR will not answer anything.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And so me and Nick at Foosh, I'm never going to be okay.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah. Yeah. No,
and so like there are those moments where you're just like, why did I get thrown under the bus? Like what?
That's the game. Yeah, it's a doggy that's the game. I mean, that happened to me too in like the music stuff. And that's why I think it's funny that I left that to kind of get the toy stuff, and the toy stuff is just that again. But like, I just think it's people, like it's real, like dog eating dog. Like Yeah, it's
And I've been friends with people at Mattel. Like I've been friendly. I've walked around
Yeah.
San Diego Comic-Con with Steve Ozer at the Mattel on the WWE team. When Vonner was working, Dave Vonner was working at Mattel. I'm good friends with Vonner, like
Yeah.
for years now. And so, you know, I know the people at Mattel, and I'm like, hey, can I get an interview with you? They're like, no, sorry.
That sucks. That sucks
Like,
so
and so it's just the
bad.
weirdest thing, and it's like, yeah, no. And so, and that's the only thing I can trace it to. Like, there's no other
Yeah.
way, and it all lines up. And I got kicked off Frush and all this stuff, and it's, you know, it is what it is. But those things do exist here.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's wild. But it's crazy that even like something that, I mean, come on, like we're all collecting toys like to get back some sort of like piece of our childhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something in our youth, our childhood, like, and yet we can't all just like see each other as like flawed men coming together with these like wounds we're trying to heal, and so we got to nitpick each other and fight each other. It's insane to me.
Or even
You know,
nitpick
like
these things, like just nitpick these things where I'm just like, and I'm not gonna be the guy that picks up the thing that I've been arguing about all week. But like I bought these, like these are the little
Yeah.
Yellow Park, right? They
Yeah.
just make me happy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm gonna stack them up on a shelf over my desk, and they're really good representations of these Transformers.
Yeah.
And they just make me happy. And if they break, they break. They're not like fragile, you know, they're not like, you know, expensive. These were like $9. And I'm like, they're just happy. And like, I don't care that he can't like sit, like I can't get him to sit, and he doesn't come with any weapons or accessories. And I'm like, you know, but he just looks pretty. Like honestly, to me, he just looks pretty.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just like it.
I don't know why else you'd buy something, you know, like my rule is everything on the shelf has to make me happy. If it stops making me happy, I sell it. It's gone. It's off the shelf. Like, yeah. Why else do you buy something? I don't get it. Content, man. It's content. Like it's the community, and like someone just is sitting around and they're like, fuck, I got to come up with a post this week. What do I talk about? And they see the Mattel things and everyone, and they're like, some half-cocked idea of like, it's kids' toys. Like, why does anyone care? Like, and you know, like I'm a Virgo, and I like remember like everything everyone says, and I have lists of like, we all do. I mean, it's not anyone. Everybody contradicts themselves. Yeah. Every single person, like I like in my head could tell you right now, like, you know, like you know, like someone was saying, like, you're spending money on these toys, like what are you gonna do when the other ones come out? I don't know, Adam too. Like we all purchase things we know we're gonna fucking replace one day. Like, why are these a big deal? Yeah. It's just, I think it's that content, you know, it's that, you know, like that you want to get out there, and then you know, they're really, you know, one of the things I think with this is like, and I don't mean to sound this, I don't mean to make this sound bad, but like I've seen this so much in my life, and like I've been a victim of this too. So like I'm not like casting stones or judging or anything, but like what you when people start listening to what you have to say, like you kind of feel like important. Like, and especially when people like start to like notice you like places or like talk to you, or like, and you have this like, you know, like you can go to a place and just walk anywhere in the backstage, go, you know, that mafia going through the restaurant thing, like you can get that like at toy cons through this, and like that people like, it really starts to cloud how you view things and how you see things, and the world just becomes a smaller place, I think. So like things that like aren't important, like, or wouldn't have been important if you didn't have that, like you just have to play a character, like, you know, I mean, I mean, that's, you know, it's like him or hate him, Bobby Valla plays a character, I think. You know, like I know you don't like him. I'm not a big Volaverse fan, but he plays a character that works because a lot of people talk about him.
Yeah.
There's no other toy maker that's like like, you know, his face, you know, about, you know, like I know the Savage Crucible guy I was just on last night, but I couldn't tell you his name. But like in order for him to do that, he has to be a heel. Yeah. It's just, it's the game, you know, like, I don't know. It's the game. It's the characters, you know? Yeah. And it's sad that people always react to the same shit. You know, they always want the same, regurgitated like drama bullshit. You know, it's why they like those big, like it's why women watch The Bachelorette or Love Island or whatever the hell that shit is. Like this is like dudes who collect toys version of that. Like there's some times where I was like kind of, you know, you get into when there's some shit going down, you're like, what the fuck?
I'll be honest with you. So I made my first video Monday or Tuesday, right? I made it at night. I went to bed. I woke up the next morning. It had 5,000 views.
Yeah.
Like for me, that's big. Like I don't know. Else. Like,
that's
right.
Yeah.
And it had comments, and the comments were going like crazy. And I'll be honest with you, if I woke up the next morning and it had 200 views, I don't think I would have made the second or the third or the fourth video.
Yeah.
And each one continues. Like it's not at the 5, it's not the first level, but like they're getting 2,000-3,000 views each. And I'm like, okay, well then clearly it's hitting, so I'm going to keep going. If it's
an addicting thing, dude,
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But like,
and I think we all have these stories of like money. This is money. Like there's money. There's a little bit of money if these things do well. If your YouTube thing does well, I know it's not going to like make you quit your day job, but like that money mixed with that little bit of like clout of being able to walk into a place with, you know, like without paying for a ticket, with knowing everyone,
100%.
with getting what you want, like
that. I'm going to tell you,
people will fight for that.
The most intoxicating moment, and I'm sure this also contributed to my issue with Foosh, was I know I've told the story on here before, but it was like everybody's in line for Hasbro Marvel Legends at San Diego Comic-Con. They're all like lined up, right? And I come around the corner and they're all standing there, and I'm like zooming past. Not even looking, right?
Yeah.
And I hear somebody yell my name, and I turn around. And it's all the Foosh guys and a bunch of other guys and some of my friends. And they're talking to me. And they go, where are you going? Like, the panel room's here. And I go, yeah, but I have an interview with William Shatner and the captains, Scott Bakula and Avery Brooks. And I got an interview with those guys down the hall. So you guys, you have fun with your toys here. I'm going to go interview those guys. Like this close, like face to face. And like that feeling of just being like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm gonna go talk to Sam Jackson. Like I'm good. Like it's, you know, those. No,
I mean, and the cherry on top is like you could probably get the toys that everyone's lining up for like free somehow by just because you're in there. Like that's the cherry on. Yeah, no, it's it's nice. I mean, it's also like, because I mean, I was talking about no money and creative work and stuff. It's become the sell of like, well, I can only pay you this much, but here's this, you know? Yeah. So like, something people don't talk about a lot, but I think the downfall of the creative industry is when they started doing those contests about like, if you make a flyer for like this movie, the winner gets flown out to LA for the premiere. That got people to work for free. That got creative people to work for free. And the prize being like the experience, you know, we're at a point now where like, I don't do it anymore, but like if you want to shoot a band, they think that just letting you into the show is paying you. Like I can't do my job unless you let me in. How the fuck you want me to pay to do my job? Like, oh fuck, you know, it infuriates me. But a lot of people are like, okay, yeah, hell yeah, the experience. Yeah. So I mean, like it's so great that the people with the carrots realize that feeling is a great way to dangle that. You know, I've chased that carrot, man. I've chased that carrot.
And
it's ingrained in me. Like it's ingrained in me. Like I'm going to start a YouTube show up soon enough. Like I don't want to do the same thing, like with toy stuff, you know, like, you know, but like, I don't know. It's just cause it's like that. And then when something hits you have to do something about it, man. Like, you know, Jersey like went from nobody watching to everybody watching because he complained and did the brick wall thing. Like, why wouldn't you stop doing that? You know? And then, you know, and it's funny because like his brand is flounders. I mean, in my opinion, because he's away from the brick wall, like he's away from the source that made him great. So it's like the brand is like, it's all just this personal branding that we do now. And it sucks that like, you can't even collect fucking toys without having a personal brand that you're somewhat trying to sell of some sort. Like that's the exhausting part of being a creative now, I think, is that like, you have to fucking sing and dance for your shit now too. You know, like, even if you own a business, you got to like sing and dance. You can't just be good at what you do. You have to like sell yourself too. Like I think I wish that a good product could just sell itself. And you know, like I hate being in front of a camera. I chose to take pictures and like be like do like behind the camera. I never wanted to be an actor.
Yeah.
Never. I had to take acting classes for film degree. I fucking hated it. But like it's what you have to do now. So it sucks, man. And like, you know, I look at like bands or like how much they have to pander to just trends of like whatever YouTube skit is like big for the moment is, and we all have to do that too on the YouTubes on the toy stuff, you know. So
it's a funny line to walk. I think Kevin Smith recently said the same thing of like, you can't just direct a movie, you can't just write a movie. You have to do every other aspect of marketing and promotion and selling and everything. But and I was really trying to sell a brand for so many years. I was trying to build up this authenticity, you know, this like professionalism to it, and brought, you know, these ideas and been consistent and do all that stuff. And I think what recently has come off is like since February, since I came back, is like the mask is off of like, I don't care. And I said it at the beginning when I started. I'm like, hey, don't follow me. Like, I don't want follower accounts. Like, watch my stuff if you enjoy it, interact if you enjoy it. Like, and I don't. It's the funniest thing. People ask me like, why are you doing it? And I'm like, well, because I get to talk to my friends. I get to talk to you. I get to make new friends. Like, I'm good friends with Lou. Like, I've been ribbing him lately on the show, and it's been fun joking around with Abby. And you know, I want to be on Talib's show at some point, you know, and
the social aspect of this.
It's like, it's been so much fun. But like, I did it for 20 years. I pushed and pushed and pushed. It didn't work. And so, you know what? I'm going to do this for me now. I'm going to do it for fun. And I don't want companies to invite me to things. I don't want free packages anymore. Like, I don't want to be beholden or feel like it's a job anymore. So I post when I want to post. The only consistency that's been here is doing this show every Saturday night. And even like, I have fun doing it with you, but there's some nights where I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, like, what am I going to talk about? Like, oh, okay, it's Saturday night, I got to do this. But then this happens, and you push me past the boundaries, because now we're at an hour and a half instead of 45 minutes. And I know my mother tomorrow, because she watches the show, she's going to be like, I don't like when you go over an hour. You shouldn't go over an hour. But I think the conversation really got rolling at 45 minutes, and I didn't want to let it go.
Well, I mean, that's why that's sort of the art of conversation. That's why I was trying to say before of like, I mean, like, I you know what you were doing, like your art, you know, I don't know, there's something I wanted to say. What you just said, I lost my train of thought. Never mind. Finish what you were saying.
No, that's all I'm saying. Like it's been the conversation got rolling at 45 minutes, and I think that's the important thing. It's like, there's no shade to people that have like their questions, you know, that are lined up and like do the interview stuff. But in addition to doing this, I don't think a lot of people know that I've been a teacher since 2004, 2005. And so the muscle, and I used to be classroom, and now I'm in museums. And so it's like, I have to get up and just talk in front of people all the time. And it has to be natural, and it has to look rehearsed. It can't look rehearsed. It has to be in the moment. And I've taken a lot of feedback of listening to comics talk about like, how do you make these moments that seem like they happen, what's the word? Organically, but they're planned. And like really, you know, lean into that and be like really in that moment with that person. And that's the way I've always approached it. And it's like, that's why I like doing this. And that's why I used to like doing my podcast, because I always felt like it was not the interview. It was everybody that's watching, everybody that's listening is part of the little group of people that are having the conversation. Like, you're at the table next door, and you're kind of doing it. And it's like, you know, I hear like Derek's there, Gibbs is here, Stu's here, and I appreciate them sticking with us. but like it's fun. It's, you know, like it's that kind of rapport that I like to have.
Yeah, yeah.
Helps the time go by quicker too.
Oh no, I agree. Yeah. It's been fun watching you like because I think that's what's been interesting about watching you come back and why I've always like kind of like liked your stuff and been just I've been watching the whole thing is because like you I kind of felt like, you know, you just didn't know where you belonged, you didn't have a place. Like I said, I just kind of stopped creating too. I mean, I had some health issues and just was the burnout was so severe that I was like, I don't have anything to say like anymore, you know. And
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, I'm done with a camera. I've said everything I could say with it. And then just watching you come back and kind of trying to find your way, you know, like you didn't know exactly. And it's funny. I know that you just go on and you start, but like I wanted to have some semblance of an idea. I didn't just want to, you know, like start something, but like you just, I don't know, you were able to build off what you had, you know what I mean? Like in a new way. And just kind of watching you like, and especially a couple times it seemed like you were going to stop again, but then you find your way back. Like you always find your way back.
Yeah,
And it's nice to watch. It's fun to watch that in real time.
it's funny because
It's inspiring, at least. It's what got me
thank you.
back on to creating stuff and posting again. It's one
Thank
of
you.
really one of like 50%.
So like that comment, and one of the manuscripts that I wrote was a short story. It's like under 100 pages.
Mhm.
And I wrote it, and my mom, we had a conversation because she read it again today. I gave it to her like 2 weeks ago, and she read it like 3 times already. And she said, you know, what do you want to do with it? Like, what are you going to do? And I go, well, you read it, and Auntie Gail read it, and Uncle Jack read it, and you all seem to like it. That's good enough for me. Like why do you, you know, like I got the joy out of it because like once I put it out, if I were to publish it and put it out to the world, then people are going to interpret what I say and they're going to have questions and there's going to be, I don't necessarily. And so like you saying, like I did, you know, I picked up a camera again and I was an influence on that, or I was an inspiration for that. It makes me go, well, then I did what I had. Somebody found something valuable in the things that I said. And, you know, that's good enough. Like for me, like I wanted to be, when I started this, I remember walking into the Javits Center and have you ever been to the Javits Center? Have you ever been
No,
to New York?
where's that?
The Javits Center in New York.
No, I haven't
So
been there.
it's a big convention center, right? And they have sky boxes.
Okay.
And
So like
around the convention, right? And one of them, like MTV had, and then you walk by Newsarama. Remember Newsarama? Newsarama had one, and then you know somebody else would have the other one, and then somebody else had the other one. And I remember walking in when it was at its height, and I said to the people that were with me, I said, "Someday we're gonna have one of those boxes." And the guests are going to come to us. We're not going to go to these little press rooms and sit at a round table. And the level of ego there was like, no, I wanted to be famous. Like I wanted to be famous. I'm
guilty that, dude. I've worked in music. Like I understand. Yeah.
And
that's why I'm laughing. Yeah.
And now I'm looking at it going, I want to leave a legacy. Like I want to leave something valuable behind. I want to not the school, believe it or not, the school stuff never hit me. I always hated Mr. Holland's Opus, that movie where he gets to the end and he's like, all the students have been your great. No. Like this is what I do for money and I have fun doing it, but like my passion lies somewhere else. And it's like, yeah, I kind of just want like that idea. Like I made my mom happy. I made my family happy. I inspired somebody to do something, or had a positive impact on somebody in this collecting world, or I made people feel like they belonged in this space. And I think that is the value that I'm finding in this stuff now. Not like how many boxes will Hasbro sent me? Who am I going to get to interview at San Diego Comic-Con? That was fun and I got to do it and I'm happy I got to do it. But I think you're at the same spot of like, what's next? What do we do next? How do we stay creative? Because I think you're a creative person too, from what I've seen. And I think like it's,
I hope so.
when you take the breaks, you recharge and you find the new path for you to kind of find that creative outlet, because it'll bubble up at some point. Like it'll push its way through.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I was gonna say it's interesting because as much as you say you're at this point where you're doing it for this now, dude, I guarantee you the carrot's gonna come again. You are gonna get tempted to get all that stuff back again.
No.
You can click this right now. I'm not saying you will want it again, but you can remember this. I'm calling it that all those things will find their way back to you somehow, and you will have the option to choose those things again. So like most people usually go into the same, you know what I mean? Like, I promise you that you will be tempted again to go back to the old ego ways of like before.
Yeah,
I promise you. Yeah,
that's
how life goes.
I'm not even gonna, because it does. It's a cycle, right? Like you grow, you get to a point, and then you come back down, and then you grow, you come to a point, like there's these ebbs and flows, these hills and valleys, and everything. So.
Yeah, it's really weird because like with you know, because that's when it like I think I mentioned this briefly, but like on the other show, but like when I first started out, like just working on my own, like with music, like doing my own brand, I was extremely like what you're saying now. Like I was supportive. I just liked everything. I just wanted everyone to have a good time and stuff. And then the ego thing became involved, and it was like, whoa, people care what I say. Like they're listening to what I'm saying. Like, oh shit. And like, you know, like that kind of got, you know, it started making money and it started doing stuff. So like it took too far, and that I lost everything. Cause like, I mean, COVID like lost everything, but like, I just didn't want to go back and have to, but like my point is like being like, I don't know what word to use, but like a dramatic, like personality, it seems there's so appealing. Like it's so appealing to be like, to get caught into things. But the person that is like more, you know, like just, you know, like everything's good, everything's fine. Like just as, you know, like I don't have a lot of regrets in my life. My one really regret in life is getting caught up in ego like that. Like, you know, it really is silly. Cause like, it sucked. Like I hated going to the grocery store and someone like, I just wanted to be left the fuck alone. And like, it sucks. Like, but like,
no,
you just gotta,
that doesn't want to go to Legion's Con. I'll be honest with you.
Oh yeah, no, I get why you guys. Your cons are like shows for me. I would never. Yeah, I can't imagine all the stuff. Yeah,
I don't want to walk into that room with certain people. Yeah. And so like, but I kind of want to go because there's stuff I want to see. There's people I want to talk to. There's stuff I want to do. But like, there's also
if you want to go, I think you should like then confront them. Like drop the. You know what I mean? Like have the conversations. Drop the beef. Confront the shit. We are adults.
Here's the thing. Here is the thing that I have learned.
Yeah.
At least this year, I'm the only one that'll walk up and be like, okay, you talk shit. Like not like physically confront you.
Yeah.
Not like in a violent way. Not like, hey, let's throw down. But like, you talk shit about me. Okay, so I'm sitting right here. Just what do you have to say? Yeah. 9 times out of 10, they'll just be like, oh, I didn't mean it, or like. The amount of people that back down.
For sure. Yeah. That's why I love doing that stuff.
And I'm like, oh, I'm the only one that'll be like, yeah, no, you're in. Cause like, and I'll tell you afterwards, because there was a show in Connecticut and I had one of those moments. And nothing happened. Nothing happened. Yeah. And I was ready for it. And so it's one of those things. But so here's the thing. I'm going to be respectful because Talib show's going to start in about.
I do just want to say one thing about beefing. Like, it's funny because the one thing that pulls you in is it's funny because like when I first started beefing with like people and stuff, I would become friends with them. Like in my life, like my 3 best friends that I've ever had, like are people that I hated when we first met. You know what I mean? And we just confronted one day, and you usually hate someone because you kind of see yourself in them. And so your anger is more of a sign of your trigger than anything about them. But like, so like a lot of the first beefs I would get into, like it would be like a misunderstanding, and then we get along, and then that like, oh, this is good. Like but then you start, people don't make up, and then you just get lost in the beef sauce, and you don't get that, like, you know, like, so that's kind of the unfortunate part about this stuff. So
so it was good. I want to have you back. I want to talk about more stuff.
Anytime, man.
Such a good convo. So tell people where they can find you.
Instagram at FigFanSamurai. I'm on there. You can follow me there. I think I have this YouTube too at FigFanSamurai. I'd like to get some subscribers so I could go live. So I don't have any content there. So, but subscribe if you want to, because I do want to start doing stuff this year. I have an idea for a show I want to do. I would like to do that by the end of the year. So I'm just saying that to hold myself accountable now.
Yeah. Just took a shot. Lou. Just take a shot. We went way over, Lou. It's my fault. But Talib show, like
you knew you were gonna go over with me, dude. You knew it.
Yeah, I did. I thought I was gonna be able to, because we were at that point at 35, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna be able to rap, and then something just clicked, and it just went.
Two people that view talking as like conversation as an art are not gonna confine it to like a 50-minute conversation, man. It's not gonna happen.
That's fair. So your links to your Instagram are down below in the description, so go follow those. When your show gets up and running, let's support you there. Happy to have you. What do we got going on tomorrow? I always say we, because the site was always people. I am going to be on not taking the shot, Jesus, Sunday Night Slam with Abby. We're going to talk about the greatest faces of all time in wrestling tomorrow, and Lou's going to catch a chair at some point. So there you go. Open mic, all the stuff on Figure Fight. I feel like I'm promoting Figure Fight Club lately because they've been having me on so much stuff. So go watch all their stuff. I'll be on Tuesday night. I bought a bunch of new toys. I got a bunch of stuff to show off on Tuesday on their open mic. And then at 11 o'clock on Talib's channel, go check out Men on Film. They're doing, what are they doing today? They're doing road trips. They're doing road trips. So thank you all for watching. And we'll see you next week. And I don't know who's coming on next week, so we'll see you next week with somebody different.
Yeah. Saturday night we in here. Kastor's Korner. Saturday night we in here. Kastor's Korner. Pull up, step in, yeah, the room feel right. Every week, same crew, yeah, we back on time. New faces, old names, I see everybody. From the chat to the screen, yeah, the vibe stay solid. Hit the comments, let it fly, let it show what you like. Who we talking to next, who we bringing on mic. Every voice matter here, yeah, we building it right. We just here for the love every Saturday night. We in the room, yeah, we live tonight. Say it in the chat, let me know you alright. Show what you love, let it shine, let it move. We collect, cause we love it, that's the truth. Korner live, yeah, the whole crew here. Every comment, every voice, yeah, we all in here. Price don't matter, it's the time that we spend. It's the talk, it's the bond, we connect in the end. Shout out, weekly viewers, yeah, you know who you are. Been here from the start, helped us take it this far. To the guests on the show, yeah, we thank y'all too. Every combo, every moment, yeah, we building with you. From the likes to the shares, yeah, we see all that. Every comment, every post, yeah, we read all that. Tell a friend, bring them through, let the room expand. We just building something real, yeah, you're part of the plan.